Ladies and gentlemen, UNC's in the building, and let me tell you all something right now. Josh Allen done climbed the mountain. He done crossed every river, jumped every hurdle, and danced with danger on every blade of grass in the NFL. But there's still one box. The box left unchecked on that resume. And if you all don't know what I'm talking about, you better buckle up, 'cause UNC about to take you down to Buffalo, where it's icy in January, but it takes a scorching hot year-round. Let's talk about the last piece Josh Allen needs to become a legend. Now, you all remember when Josh Allen first came into this league? He was Roma, man. Wyoming kid, rocket arm, wild footwork, no touch on them passes. You couldn't tell if he was throwing to a receiver or trying to knock a satellite out the sky. I mean, people were clowning the Bills for taking him 7th overall in 2018. He ain't accurate, they said. Too reckless. They said. Too reckless. They said. Even UNC had doubts. But what happened? Josh Allen worked. That boy went to the lab and rebuilt himself brick by brick. Mechanics, sharpened. Leadership, polished. Confidence, sky high. He turned into a cold-blooded gunslinger who could break a defense's back with his legs, stiff-arm a linebacker like Derrick Henry, and then hit you 70 yards deep on a rope. This ain't no overnight success story. This is earned success. Look, let me tell y'all right now, that MVP season in 2024, it was poetic violence. He threw for 4,682 yards, ran for 653 more, and combined for 45 total touchdowns. That man was out there looking like a gladiator with a golden arm. And it wasn't just about stats. Nah. It was about command. He made the game slow down. You could see it. The timing, the vision, the decisions. Josh was on a different level. He was slicing up defenses like a hibachi chef, putting safeties on skates and linebackers in therapy. He had control. And you don't win MVP in today's NFL unless you're him. And baby, Josh Allen is him with capital letters. But now we got to talk about that elephant in the room. That red and gold beast from Kansas City. Because every single time Allen and the Bills start feeling themselves, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes show up like a horror movie villain that just won't die. 4 straight times 2020 AFC Championship, L 2021 Divisional Round, aka 13 seconds, pain, 2022 Wild Card, another heartbreak, another season buried by Mahomes. Josh Allen's played well in those games. Don't get it twisted, sometimes even outplayed Mahomes. But this ain't about who looked prettier. It's about who walked off that field victorious. And until Josh flips that script, the shadows will linger. Now, when an NFC personnel executive tells ESPN he's done everything, he's answered every test. Only thing left to do is win it all. What he's really saying is this: we out of excuses for Josh Allen. Because let me tell y'all, you can have all the MVPs you want, but legends, they hand out rings at the gate to Canton. Let's not act like Josh out here throwing to mailmen and substitute teachers. He got dogs around him. Stephon Diggs, Mr. Separation, one of the best route runners in football. Dalton Kincaid, young tight end, who got that Travis Kelce DNA. James Cook, shifty, explosive, can hurt you in space or between the tackle. Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel, Kean Coleman. This Wakia room is deep. And then that offensive line. Upgraded. No more jailbreaks every snap. And the defense? Oh, that front seven. Reinforced like a bank vault. Von Miller's back. They added bodies through the draft. Secondary's been cleaned up. This is not 2022. This Bills team in 2025 is ready-made for a playoff war. Let's talk real. The AFC is a jungle. It's lions, tigers, and full-blown pythons out here. Mahomes and the Chiefs still out here flexing. Joe Burrow back, healthy. Lamar Jackson still a video game in cleats. CJ Stroud looking like a young Rodgers. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, ready to jump. But guess what? What? If you Josh Allen, and you just came off an MVP year, you gotta beat him. You gotta go through that gauntlet. Stand tall and come out clean. Because you know what the greats do. They don't avoid the fire. They walk through it. And come out wearing the crown. Let me say this as plain as I can, so the folks in the cheap seats can hear it. If Josh Allen wins a Super Bowl this year, he changes his legacy forever. He'd be the guy who carried Buffalo. A team that had 4 straight Super Bowl losses and a tortured fan base to the promised land. He'd be the face of the league. Period the reins. Mahomes got the crown right now. But Josh, no, he would become Buffalo's savior. His name would go up next to Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, and then past them. He would be the icon of that city. You bring a Lombardi to Orchard Park. Baby, you might never pay for a meal again in upstate New York. Look, I love Josh Allen. I love his fire, his toughness, his leadership, that backyard brawler mentality. But this ain't college. This ain't about good stories and effort. This is the NFL. You know what the greats do? They finish. And this season, it's laid out perfect. Division soft. Defense is upgraded. Offense is humming. MVP season behind him. Favorable schedule. Home field advantage on the table. If it ain't now, when? Let's paint a picture. Bills go 13-4. They get that no. 1 seed. Josh throws for 4,800 yards and 40 TDs again. Defense ranks top 5. They roll through the wild card. Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Redemption. He beats Mahomes in front of the whole world. Super Bowl. Bills versus Cowboys. Allen goes toe-to-toe with Dak. Throws for 330. Runs for 2 TDs. And wins Super Bowl MVP. What does that look like? Legacy. Immortality. One name, Josh Allen. Josh, if you listening, Auntie got nothing but love for you. But the time for talking. That's done. You built the house. You built the kingdom. Now bring home the crown, big dog. Ain't no more taxed year. Ain't no more next year. You the MVP. You the man. Now go be the champion. Go finish the story and write your name in gold ink, baby. Folks, that's all from your boy Unsay. And let me tell you something. This 2025 season, bound to be electric. But if Josh Allen don't cash in, don't talk to me about stats awards or potential no more. We talking rings from here on out. Now hit that locker room, hit that field, and go get what's yours. 17.